Hello, everybody. It's Great on 95, aka me. How's it going? Got a single cup of cold brew coffee, so I've got like probably 16 times the caffeine that I've normally got in one cup of coffee. And it was legitimately a cup this time, because I used a mug. But yeah! How's it going? I'm probably suffering from heartburn and also going to have a heart attack. It'll be great! I love it. You love it. We all love it. Anyway, as you can see, got the Phoenix Wright. It is the time for that. I didn't mean to go to that. I should have used a studio mode. But hey! Ho ho! Hey! Hey! Ho ho! Anyway. We're using this as the title card, but this... Oh, that's the wrong one. This one is the game screen. I know Phoenix is like slightly cut, and you can kind of see like if I hadn't pointed it out, you probably wouldn't really notice, but you can kind of see like the things, little parts of it. There's the. It's just the background in the back there, and with the thing in the is a tiny. There we go. It's a tiny thing. But hey, for some reason, everything is saying that I'm offline, but I'm not. I am, in fact, doing the thing right now. So if you could show me like accurate stuff. Or not. That's totally fine. It figures. I took yesterday because it was a fucking holiday. And I was like, I'm tired. So I was really tired. I woke up at like 3 and 5 and I don't remember. Maybe 4 in the afternoon. But hey. Ho ho, hey. I also don't know if my chat is. I gotta see if this is. Let's try that. Well, it works, but I didn't do it right because it's actually this. There we go. Okay, my bot works. Chat works. If only my brain worked. So. I said I was going to play this a long time ago, and it took me until right now to get it all going. We're going to play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. It's the second game. Let me just recheck, because I'm absolutely positively unsure. They have, like, you would think that this one would be the last one, because it's called Justice for All, right? But it's really, it goes Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and then Trials and Tribulations is the second one. It always takes me a second just to remember, because Justice for All sounds like a finale, but it's really Trials and Tribulations, which is the finale of the OT. But it's not the finale of the series, obviously, because it's still going. Great series. Anyway, I've spent enough time talking about it. Let's play the video game. Is episode 1. Why do you have... Oh, because I have a save file already? Well, whatever. You can kind of see the thing. Anyway, Lost Turnabout. Here we go. Oh, you know that. Gah, how did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. That's his finish. That's like his level 3 in Marvel vs. Capcom. In case you didn't know. September 8th, 9:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. I really like that art, by the way. I really like this one. Just him lounging. It's great. Really good. Beep. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. I'm not doing the meme. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Ouch, my head. It's throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Oh, that's right, this music! Fuck, I'm gonna do this again. Remember how I did it in the first game? Well, I'm gonna do it again, because I forgot that it's great. Good morning! Ah! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? I am not at my best first thing in the morning. What are you talking about? I'm all out of water already. Here we go. Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong? Well, what are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost? When all the other lawyers had laughed me off? Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me. Ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So... this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well... I think you have the wrong person. Yes, I'm... Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? As you can tell, he's got amnesia. It's a great start to have this whole starting case happen, and we'll get into that a little more as we go on. The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From our conversation, I can safely say that I'm probably a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Ah, someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Gulp. September 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Yes. I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Scrutiny. Scrutiny? What is wrong with my brain? Scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I did. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me! And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. Hee hee hee. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay. And who are you again? Please bring Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Why? It's not... Okay. Anyway. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. Oh shit, I gotta remember how I did this. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. Oh, he's back in too. Going off. Yes, it did. Okay. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters. Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Oh, I forgot about this music too. It's the explanation music. It's great. Anyway. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes. This autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess? Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir, I'll help you through this. So as you can see, the amnesia really just leads to you being, going through the tutorial again, just to familiarize yourself in case you haven't played Phoenix Wright in however long it took between the first game and this game. So, yeah. It's a good little, like, in-universe thing to actually ease you through it, to get you back in there. It's good. I like it. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by touching the court record button. Or hitting, right shoulder button, I think. You really know, sorry. The court record button. You really know what you're talking about, huh? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Sorry, yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Bleh. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. Might as well. So we have, you know, our attorney's badge, as always. A cell phone. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Dustin's autopsy report. The time of death was it was on September 6th at 6:28 p.m. That's September? Shit. I think so. Anyway. Cause of broken neck, and body was also covered in bruises. Also glasses. Found under the victim's body, pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. Oh, and of course the photo that we already saw. Oh, he's dead. Oh, goodness me. What was it again? The court record button? Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Glasses. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed the criminal's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And held on to them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Irk. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Decisive evidence. Oh, that's right. They have a different testimony song. Ah, it's so good. I forgot. How could I forget? Anyway. You seem to have the voice for Winston Payne. Interesting, Kappa. Hey. How's it going, Devlin? Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, we're good. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard to say she's not the culprit. This is the picture of the writing, Your Honor. I've already forgotten how I did it. Why, this is... There's been one voice in the last case I've been practicing quite a lot. What is it? Yes, I can see the name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2 added to the court record. You'll soon see when you get to it. Okay. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious enough. Or suspicious, blah. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure. But what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all! Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court. Which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter! Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Sure. Mr. Wright, please, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Okay. Alright. And now we do the classic press everything because it's fun. Oh, also a change they made, as you can see from the first game, is instead of having your exclamation point bar, you have an actual bar of health, which is interesting. So, yeah. That's a thing. Pretty sure they do something with it later, if I remember right. It's been a while since I've gone through this entire game, to be fair. And the third one I haven't even gone through in years, so I'm gonna remember even less of that. So it's gonna be great. But anyway. More incriminating? Press. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness, and almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kinda like the ones she's wearing in her ID, pal. Well, when you've been hit in the head by a fire extinguisher, it seems to fog Phoenix's mind, ironically enough. Yeah. What should I always continue pressing? Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rub out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's. Something like that. Whoa, what? I see. So there is no proof. Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it down in my gut. Thanks. During the date, he was pushed. Now you're sure he was pushed, and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. Managed to write the culprit's name. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but... Was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly Maggie. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. You can even look at this here picture. You know, it's right there. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. Also, no matter. No. He's got a point. Hey, hold on. Huh? Don't hum me. I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I'd better check the court record again. This piece of evidence in the glasses is not hard to say she's the culprit. And you're certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground? There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If it really was him, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up, but I really want to see your special move, sir. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence! Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes! The great Phoenix Wright is back! Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. This is a thing they added in this game. It's so good! So, you can not only present evidence, but go to profiles and present people. And going to here, you can already see why we gotta present that. Yeah. My client, the only thing I can recall is that she's a policewoman. Victim and the policeman, it seems they were dating. Prosecutor, generally bad about getting his points across. Detective, anyway. But yeah, it's great! Sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Okay, so it's time for an objection. I swear to God, if I got this wrong, or the point at which I have to present it wrong, I'm gonna be mad. Objection! I didn't. Well, what is it? What? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out, objection. Was it without thinking, though, Phoenix? We did kind of use the right thing, so it's fine. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. It's instinctual. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Whoa, where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's, name is, Maggie Bird. I somehow know that you said it wrong. Think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. Also, can we just talk for like a second here? This music is great too. It's all great, and I can't stop. It's so good. Anyway. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie, with a Y at the end, and no I. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh! How about that? I hadn't even noticed. Which is pretty bad, considering I'm a detective, but meh, you know. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. No! This is very true. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I am quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about a half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had gotten over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Yay! Alright. And again, press. Officer Prince and Officer Bird. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir. Really. Anyway. Bleh. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Do you see where his stuff is going, by the way? Did you notice? Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? Is that true? 30. Wow. Didn't know. What? What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. Day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? I was right. Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. Also, I thought this said... Nope, I was wrong. Anyway. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Ah, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Maggie, I mean... You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because, I'm her boss. And I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present? Isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal! Watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. Guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. Yo, this game is hilarious. Hey, Lolita. Yeah, dude, I love this game. I think the good detective is about done here. There's something she had gotten over 2 months ago. Tell me what it is. Over 2 months ago? Yup. She's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. Baseball glove, Press further, as always. Just now I believe you said that the present was something she had gotten over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she went out and bought the glove over 2 months ago? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then, what was it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep. That's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? Of course it's relevant. Why wouldn't it be? I don't know where this will lead me, but Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes! Bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. It feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about this matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to this court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Baseball glove added to the court record. Woo! Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. What was it? Oh. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Writing on the ground. Ooh, this is good. This is the best part of the music. It's the remix. Anyway. When we first looked into the handwriting, sir, unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on the skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. I can't, like, do a differentiating. I can't differentiate between their two voices, because my mouth doesn't work that way right now. It's okay. It's alright. I need to get more water soon anyway. My throat's already starting to die. Looked into the handwriting. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? Heh, this is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation is this country's, in this country, excuse me, is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So, what was the result of the investigation? You know, I couldn't confirm it. It's alright. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down on us! I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything if you want, everything you want with scientific investigation. Duh! Why even do it, you know? I've never heard that before. Me either. Nor I. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Check the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces. Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in the sand. And the results? Found that there was sand under the fingernail. My brain can't say words. And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. And there's more. Also, scratches on the skin. It was pretty bad. I had to look away. Scratches on his skin. Yup. You can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. Oh, believe me. That is incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass. A really strong one. Like a really, really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those, and that's how we found him. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Confirm that the victim wrote his name, or this name, with the right hand. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter it. Listening to this, you would think that there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? Present? What about it? It's given you, of course, if you're not thinking about it, it's given you your helpful prods here, because the present was custom made, and if you look at it, I don't know how you tell, but it's custom made to fit his left hand. So we go like this. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? It's a foreign concept to me. People use their left hands? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That is why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale. Have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture. It was his... Wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Ah! That is... I mean, I object... Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. Except, you know, it's kind of obvious there, Mr. Judge, but whatever. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand, unless he was ambidextrous, but we're gonna ignore that right now. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is... No! It's not possible! Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor! The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew! I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. No! Not yet! I'm already fucking my throat. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. Hey, Josiah. How's it going? Oh, no ads. You know, if you don't want ads, you could always subscribe. I'm sorry, dude. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order! Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. This one was the Team Soda mid, so it was kind of amusing. Wait, what? Oh, the emote? Sure. I had a feeling this was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during the recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Good, because... Oh, right. It gives you a to be continued right here, which is weird. Oh, I also forgot about that jingle. Oh, that jingle's real good. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's real good. It's good. It's good. Okay, give me a second. I need to get some water and like really badly. So just give me a second. As I said. Second. Literally a second. Cool. I'm back. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm here. I need water, dude. I just got here. I'm right here. I'm back. I told you. Literally. It was like 2 seconds, but don't worry about it. I need water. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Because it is summer, and like, because it's summer, it's way hotter in here. So, like, it's terrible. I should really turn my fan on, but that would be loud and all that. So, anyway. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Bleh. Well, my head's one problem that you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Okay, I won't lie, I'm donating plasma and I can't hear your stream. I have no earphones. You're donating plasma? And... Dude! You don't have earbuds? That's the thing that I'm getting. But like, seriously, dude, jeez. You're gonna feel real dizzy in a bit. I assume. I've never donated plasma. That's interesting. I know you can't hear me, but like, I'm talking about it. Anyway. Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay. Really, I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I kinda just proved it in court, but anyway. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. My throat is, like, dying. This is... a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card added to the court record. Yay! I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. First, I want to look at this. It's my business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up then! Tell me! This might be very important. Okay, Roger! It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Ah! You were here all along! You're so mean! I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up! And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left! Ah! Now who in the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to find out some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in... There's a group of con artists, and the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list, added to the court record. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me! And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Why are you asking that? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess we have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Well, wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. The court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor! But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Oh god. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. This guy. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alright. Go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrong. Lee. Sure, I suppose calling me a university is just an evil. Everything is alive. This is top grade quality. I merely look for a perfect and unbeatable university. Don't you see? I have a rigorous selection process there. What? Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. Well, what is he? A human chatterbox? I have to question him? Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Ahem! Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking strolling through the park, correct? Park! It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with Mummy. If you must know I am. Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know you. What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. What I saw that day. Oh, Wellington. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time at all, all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. What I saw. I'm already, like, really, really warm, by the way. Like, I think I will actually have to turn my fan on. How warm is it outside? I'm sorry to, like, interrupt right now with this, but, like, seriously, my entire being is, like, ugh. I'm gonna turn my fan on. Give me just a moment. It's literally right there. Much better. Do let me know if you can hear it. Because you probably can. It's a box fan. But, I apologize. I need to not die. Thank you. This is going to be present through the summer. The fact that I need to keep cool. Because otherwise I'm gonna die. And it's gonna be a bad time. And also, I'm a very warm person, okay? Sorry. In the park afternoon, blah blah blah. So, you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all that well. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable. What should I do now? Always press harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? Tisk, tisk. I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing called a clock at the park. Do you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Sorry. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking into town, total and utter nonsense. A real first-class person doesn't live and to wear a watch. Ha! What a ridiculous notion. People should live freely without constraint. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, I'm having fun with this guy now. Police officer falls from above. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle, practically screamed police officer, turns me low, and all I know is he wearing... Oh, sorry. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up. Saw her. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from using your voice in this court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you. Of course I remember it. So you're sure you are not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course, of course! Oh, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? Banana. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one, more like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Aggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing, and it was something else? If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think! If my client is innocent, there is no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying, yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Yeah! Anyway, so it's obvious. Bananas mean the glove. Mr. Wellington. I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can just use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's a... No! Or no! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas! Knows nothing about baseball. Now, has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? You... Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo's possibilities. In the end, to find out this glove viewed from afar, I do think there's room. And that is why I asked you, how bad your eyesight is. They're both 20/25. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Oh! How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. She was brave and courageous, and once you didn't do anything wrong, you were burned at the... Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. Oh!
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness. Please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright.
What happened next?
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit.
This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? After that, I immediately called the police. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Why not? Don't present anything just yet. But also, like, you know, just a thing to note. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal! I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why, you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
They must have a lot of free time. 10 minutes. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m. They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. You know, unspecified country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Alright, so there's a couple things that we need to look at. first off, time of death, it's not something you can really prove. You know, it happened around then. But you can look at these photographs, right? You got the clock over there. There's a clock. And he took, well, let's see, what was it, like, he said he called at like 6:45. The clock is right next to that phone booth. It's literally right there. Why'd it take him so long? So, I believe it's this. I'm gonna be mad if it isn't. You know what? I'm gonna save. I haven't saved for a while, actually. Thank you. Saving is a thing you can do, and it's a thing you should do before any decision you make. If you can. Sometimes it gets you off guard, but, you know. Nope. Okay. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations. Okay, so then it must be the time of death thing. It is. Okay. Not bad. That's right. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. That makes more sense, yeah. He said immediately, so I'm an idiot. That's my bad. I apologize. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during that 15-minute gap. Grr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone. I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. Right, yes, now is the time where I bring the other thing up. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. Matryoshka doll? Is it Matryoshka? I think so. Anyway. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard of a genius's rationales and stuff? I don't think it's simple in plain people. Enough. Oh man. Oh man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone. Could it be... You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Always question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? Heh, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? I do. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you?
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof, then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
Okay. Is this one?
It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo?
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you.
No!
It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Ooh!
Order! Order!
What does reporting the crime a little late prove for you?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, was he looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Sure. There is only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. Huh? I mean, he doesn't have his phone. He found his phone, quote-unquote. And by found, I mean he stole it off me, because that's obviously my phone, but I don't remember. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Because he's a con artist. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced? Perhaps. No, it's the phone. Okay. Or not. Oh, no, I know what it is. I'm an idiot. No, it isn't. Pay no attention to me. Don't look at me. Was it the glasses? It might have been the glasses, actually. Glasses. It's the glasses. I'm an idiot. Mr. Wellington. Well, what? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, where did you find? Gah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses, and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. I'm an idiot. I remember that now. Ugh. But, Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course! That is precisely what I am doing. Ooh, ooh, ah! I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to the case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor! The defense is making a mockery of this court! Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah! That's right! I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. So basically, you are saying that in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie? Maggie. That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. Ah, I forgot. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yeah. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you...
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between this witness' cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of that phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Which is why you don't... You ask whoever else it is. That was when you heard that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Eek!
Order! Order!
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive!
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person actually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright. Your Honor? Can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court the proof that the witness had a motive. Names list. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist's group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage! An invasion of privacy!
Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a much worse crime than murder.
You just forgot...
I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
Do you think any of you, could know what it's like to be a refined man like me? Your Honor, this is unjust badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill.
No! This is too much!
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I
got you now.
that police officer. Your Honor!
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjust badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Okay. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this point? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? It was Dustin. He's a policeman. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over, if you remember. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Ha! Impressive! Not bad for a person with third-grade education.
What's that supposed to mean?
The evidence! Evidence!
This guy was really creeping me out.
All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence?
You want proof that this phone is yours?
I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. You can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What?
It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe... fingerprints on the phone? I've got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that phone from Maggie, you wiped it off.
What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Oof, wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. What? It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? From the way you talk to me, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much! And of course, you would have no idea what I'm talking about. Hmm? Oh my god. Now I remember! Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but... if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove that who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself, you're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Nah, dude, raise an objection. Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. If he questions the witness any further, with any more of his badgering... You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. I only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh! Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time.
Save. I know what it is. I just I don't feel confident anymore because I've forgotten so much already.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. It's my business card. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Judge's business card added to the court record. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Also, it's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. I've never looked at that, actually. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Ah! What? Why is my phone... And what is this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No, 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 no. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. That's one way to do it. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding... It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty! Yay! That is all. The court is adjourned. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Oh, I knew the real you would shine through eventually. I am so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? You couldn't have been that bad, could it? Or it couldn't have been that bad, could it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is my fault. Dustin's death. Your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back! At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me, don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay, okay. Actually, it hasn't even been 2 months since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Yay! Did it! That's the last turnabout. Absolutely saved the game. Thank you. Cool. And this is what happens when you finish that episode. So, that's gonna be it for Phoenix today. I think one case per thing is a good amount, I think. Oh shit, did I lose, like, did my stream die for like a bit? It looks like it did, and I didn't notice until right now. That's pretty bad. Let me look. No, okay. I just see this big drop on my thing. But anyway,
that's going to be it for Phoenix for today. It's a good episode to start with. It's a good way to ease back into it. Next time, we're going to start the flashback, where we will find out why Maya's back. Because she's been gone for quite some time, and it's pretty cool that she's back. But yeah, thanks for watching that. My throat is already dying, so in the future, I'm going to get more water, and I need to get another gallon jug, because otherwise I'm gonna die. And maybe tea on these days. Tea and water seems to be a good idea with honey, obviously. But yeah, my throat is dying. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. It's a bit early for me to be totally done, so I think I'm gonna do a little bit more, but not of this. So we are going to transition. So thanks for watching this, and I will be right back.